What's up, guys? Team No Fat Chicks Captain. Dragunity deck update. Still running Atomic Dragunity. A lot of changes. Like I promised some people. Got a new video up. It is definitely now 100% complete. I'm ready for September 1st and the first tournament at Niles. So if you see me, say hi to me. Tell me how you think of the video, the decks, want duel, let me know. Let's jump right into it. First things first, 2 Zephyros the Elite. It's the big playmaker. He is kind of what you set the deck up for. You're just kind of waiting for that one big push, and if you open him up with Ravine, you have instant field control. Pretty standard, triple ducks. He's what you, if you have to, start out with Durg. He's your synchro power. 1 Legionnaire. Side a second one, but he's really just kind of very situational. When you got that one thing that you just can't get over or you need to just get destroyed, he's your guy. Pretty standard staple. I run a 1-for-1 with the Dragunity tuner engine. For each phalanx, there's going to be a duck, so 3 duxes means 3 phalanx. And with the 1-for-1, 1 Legionnaire means 1 Atlas. Now for this swarm, and it baits out Valors, Messeltane. He also is a key part to the Atumic loop, also making Bouncer or making Stardust and Bouncer first turn. He's big. He's a good part. 1 Red Eyes. Always only kind of ran 1, so the new ban list is not going to touch me much. He's just crucial for the loop, and against actually like what some decks I've been noticing with some cards I run, having him in my hand doesn't really stop my deck. In fact, it just actually kind of helps it, because then I can actually summon him with 2800 instead of 0. And now for the differences, I don't main my Valors. I actually main a little mini 4-card engine of a search and recycle. I run 2 secret tour guides. I finally got them, so I was very happy. But you use these 2 to bring out Detour Bus, which will recycle, which you could even recycle Tour Guide to reuse, so I don't need to run 3, so the ban list doesn't really mess with that much. And for the most popular search is Sangan, which is mainly used to bait out everything, duality, set it, summon it. You're going to try to get like your ducks or your phalanx, whatever you need to set up your play. And I mean, having tour guides doesn't help because it opens up possibilities, and it's big Valor bait. If you think they got a Valor and you open a tour guide and they don't Valor it, that next turn you just open to summon your ducks. Alright, that's all the monsters, 17. Let's go to spells. Triple Ravine. Best field spell in the game. Everything in here is basically fodder, so as long as it's on the field, nothing's dead. I only run 2 Terraforming. Yes, 2. You do not need to run 3. I don't care what some people say. I would rather have 2 and have an additional spell card or an additional monster than what other people run. I know there's a lot of guys who follow Phoenix Flare and his Dragunity deck and how it's going to Cerberus build, but I just don't think it's going to be as effective as a field control attuned deck. He's grind game. That's what the tour guides are for. You can last with a tour guide. Double duality. Mitigates those bad hands, which you need that in this deck. It allows you to search what you want at that specific time. And once again, you're running tour guide. You're running Sangan, which means you're running Sangan. All the tuners, Zephies. You got a lot you can just set. And even Legionnaire, you can just pop and play duality. And if you get Valored, okay, no harm, no foul, duality. Only 1 card's a consonance. With that changed appearance, I've been learning to play with Durg. Get everything in the graveyard quick. So, great beginning duel. Great if you have it in your hand, but late in game, not so much, so why run 2? It ends up being more situational for me. At least in my area. Can't say about other areas. Staples, only 3. 1 Avarice, recycle. 1 Reban. It's just broken, but if you can use it, use it. And 1 Heavy, because back row is still going to be huge in this format. Tech cards, double Lance. You don't need to run any more. I would run more if I can fit 1 more, but in this build, you just can't. You can't afford to throw a third lance in, unfortunately. But in this deck, you're sitting on one of these at any time. You feel so safe. And last but not least, little back row hate, double amnesty. And for the traps, I run 8, double warning, along with the Solemn Brigade of Judgment. Stops anything. Yeah, you're paying your life points, but when you got the field control with a Stardust and a Strike Bouncer, that's going to be key. Double Fiendish Chain. Main things with these traps are going to be keeping your ducks if you get Veilered. If you can keep the monster on the field, you can make your play next turn. Which is why if it gets attacked, you got D-Prison. You don't want to... It doesn't always have to be stronger. You just have to keep it there by any means necessary. And then you're under 1 Mirror Force, which I've been thinking about it with some people running 2, but honestly with Starlight Road, gonna get mained. The fact is, if you're running just D-Prisons instead, you want to play around it. You want to turn their Starlight Road into a dead draw. Alright, let's go to the extra deck. I run 2 8s. Yes, I run 2 of them now. Scrap Dragon and Stardust. Mainly I open up with Stardust, and I use Scrap Dragon mid-time in the duel. Sorry if you can't see it, but whatever. Just for that pop power, continue to control the field. For the 6s, 1 Gaydarg. He will set up your graveyard, he'll set up your plays. He's good first turn if you don't have the play already. Triple Vajrayana, you have to run him. He's what the entire engine runs around. And for the 5 with Legionnaire plays and even Tour Guide play, and Sangan if you don't special summon it, Catastard. He can ruin it, and with agents getting a little support, you need him. And for the Ixies, I run more than most because of Tour Guide. 1 Gaia Dragon, 7 rank. 1 Photon Strike Bouncer. This deck can actually afford to run a second one, but I don't have one. Double Atum. He's what basically made this deck live again. 1 Utopia for when you get stopped in your first play. And then for the 3 ranks, 1 number 17. 1 Leviair to open up different opportunities and against decks that do D-Fissure. And Wind Up Zenmains. Just for the defense. Now a little treat for you. I don't normally do it, but I'll do my side deck as well. This is specifically kind of for me. Some of it's for meta. The other part, there's one little thing in there that's my own little twist on it, and it's fun. It just makes me enjoy the game, and not so much for the competitive aspect of it. But 2 Veilers. I don't main them, but they are still great in the format. But right now, don't need them. This deck actually slows down with them. Double Electric Virus kills Chaos Dragons, and with your running a tomb as well, huge. For anyone running Final Countdown and trolling in tournaments, Stealth Bird. That's I'll beat you in 6 turns. And with Durg, I can search for him. Wing Beast, level 3. 1 Legionnaire. There's my second one I was talking to you about. He's just in case I need to get over decks that I need to pop. And for my little fun card I throw in Plague Spreader. You'll see in just a second why, but he turns very fun. Only 1 spell, Mind Control, which actually might come out, but I still love this card, but right now it just slows down my plays. It makes me wait for the plays and not actually just do it right off the bat. 2 traps, both Imperial Iron Wall. I'll just side out the D-Prison, and this is just my tech card. It allows me to feel safe, especially against decks who open up with Macro and D-Fissure. Now, I was telling you before about him. Plague Spreader goes amazing because I like to side out. I am a Dragunity player. You do have a lot of wins. Daigusto Phoenix. He is just fun. He's just fun. He actually fits in with the loop, but you have to overlay instantly with Gaia Dragon. And so then you have a 2600 beat stick that pierces twice, and Plague Spreader goes back to your grave. So you can use him again to make a Stardust after that. It's a fun loop, and it's worth it. It's worth it on a lot of levels because it's just something that no one sees coming. He's underrated, and he's my own little tech. Number 25, Force Focus for Heretics, stuff like that. He's also a beat stick. If you can run him, why not, right? Like, he would be my second Photon Strike Bouncer right now. I'm even looking for a Giga, not a Giga, the 6th rank Insector monster. See how he would work, but I don't have one right now. So, that's him.
Exobeetle?
Exobeetle, yes, thank you. Now for some extra spare synchros. Orient Dragon, 6 Sands are still around. Dragunity is still around. There's still some synchros. He's useful. He's also a 6-star dragon, so why not? Dino Rabbit did not get touched much, so Iron Chain is the kind of diamond in the rough kind of guy. Pull him out if you're able to hit him. He's just big enough to get over their Evolzars. So Logia, Dalka, hit it. Even for 100, they're milling. They're milling the cards they need in their hand. And then Thought Ruler. He's just kind of that standard 8 that I took out to keep my Leviair in. And thank you to my team for getting me this amazing mat. Appreciate it. I wouldn't be here without these guys. Much love to all of them. Kaz, Buckley. But that's the new deck. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think about it. Team No Fat Chicks, Pat.